Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con Mattel Creations exclusive Tuvar, the double-headed evil strategist. Once two of the most dangerous bounty hunters in the universe, Tuvar and Baddrah, developed a bitter rivalry. Their bad blood used to be the only thing they shared. Now they share everything as Tuvar. Even though the two bitter rivals are now literally connected at the hip, their hatred for each other has not been quelled. That is horrifying. Take a second, ignore Masters of the Universe, forget the fact that this goofy figure exists, and just think about being permanently physically bonded with your worst enemy. This is some nightmarish body horror they created back in the 80s. I also want to point out how unbelievable it is. Now, granted, San Diego Comic-Con was a couple of weeks ago as you're watching this. To me, it was just a few days ago. This arrived while Comic-Con was still going on. It arrived on the Sunday of Comic-Con. Meanwhile, as I record this, Hasbro hasn't even put their exclusives up for order yet. So good job, Mattel. Very, very impressive. So, of course, this did come with a comic. I hate the tape they use on these because it doesn't just peel open. And if you just pull it open, which is, my tendency with these kinds of things, you're going to mess up the little mini comic. That's no good. All right. So I love the way that they designed this. It does a flip where you've got, which one is which? Hang on. Too bad. I'm going to say that's Tuvar and that's Baddrah. I don't know. So Tuvar on this side, Baddrah on that side. Looking a little bit different, which is okay. Let's see. The Bounty Hunter Tuvar. Yep. So that is Tuvar and that is Baddrah. And so Badrah's story starts one side of the comic. Then you flip it over in Tuvar's story, and then they meet in the middle. Wild. I can't wait to read this. I haven't read it yet, obviously. I just opened it. I can't wait to read this. I'm very excited. I love these mini comics and this newish continuity that has been created by, I believe, all by the very talented Robert Rudman. The packaging is beautiful. Shut big trap before I shut trap for you. English, not his first language. This is all your fault. And then in the middle, we've got the mirror with them combined. Just really nice packaging. And look at this. The slipcover comes right off, revealing both figures. And then you've got a little diorama here that if you want to leave them packaged, you've got Skeletor and both of them getting ready to be combined. Now, one thing that I noticed about this, just gorgeous. What a wonderful collector's piece this is. One thing that I noticed, this is the cartoon collection. This is not standard. Oh, you know what? I think there might be some magnets in there. Yeah, there's some magnets in there that hold that packaging together like that. So this is the cartoon collection, the Filmation-based stuff, which I haven't watched. It's been a long time since I've really focused on the Masters of the Universe cartoon, so I don't remember. I'm assuming this was an episode. I don't know that for sure. But I do have. I do want the Tuvar and Baddrah individual figures. So I'm hoping we'll get a regular Origins release of just Tuvar, since they've got all the parts. There's no reason not to do that. So that's the difference here. Is this is the cartoon collection, and it comes with the two of them, which is what makes it special. But down the road, they could still put out. Well, they need to still put out just Tuvar on his own. So Mattel has been doing a phenomenal job with resealable packaging the last few years. Not just here, but with their WWE line as well. So you can see, you can just slide these clear plastic trays right out. And you've got the figures right there. They are secured with, you can see the little plastic pieces holding them in place. But as I said, I want to display these. Oh man, but I might be displaying them. Look, you pull that out and you still have this nice... I don't know that I want to dedicate this much shelf space to Tuvar and Baddrah of all people, but that is a really cool looking diorama type background you can use. It's interesting to note that they don't come with anything else. All they come with is the two-bad torso and the, not the mirror, but, oh, that's lenticular. I didn't realize that. This piece, which I think is, I guess, is the thing they're trying to steal when Skeletor does the dirty on them. Oh, this is beautiful. I hate it when it's in there with plastic tabs, but I love, you know, these lore accessories, these storytelling accessories that we get. It's just great stuff. Okay, so there is the lenticular painting or whatever this is. I guess I'll go watch the episode when I'm done. Feel free to tell me in the comments exactly what the story is here, but my guess is they're both trying to steal this. Which, look at this. It's got the claws, these claws at the bottom. It's got the, I guess, panther-looking head at the top. Really nicely done piece. The back is what it is, but who cares? It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to be looking at the back of that. Cool piece. I like it. So yeah, anything that you guys want to elaborate on, because you are more immersed in Masters of the Universe lore than I am, by all means, tell everyone in the comments. You know, I've talked about this before, but not in a while. When I was a kid, I watched, you know, every episode of the Masters of the Universe cartoon. Or I guess He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, I think was the proper title. And I loved it. But I never really loved the toy line. I had some of the figures. I know I had a Skeletor that I got for Easter, and I would love to show you that picture right now, but I'm not positive I can find it at the moment. And also, it's kind of blurry. It's not the best picture. But anyway, it's up on my Instagram, so if you want to go through Phantom Troublemaker on Instagram and see if you can find the Easter Bunny, me, and Skeletor that exists out there. So these come apart like all the other Origins figures, which is one of the magic aspects of the line. What makes it so toyetic. Oh man, he's super pointy. Ouch. Those little horns are sharp. So anyway, when I was a kid, I had some Masters of the Universe figures, but I never really loved them because the bigness of them that appealed to so many wasn't enough of a selling point for me. Their limited articulation and their basicness kind of turned me off a little bit. So I loved Trapjaw, Leech. There were a few that I really, really dug. Merman. But overall, I just wasn't crazy about the toy line. And then the 2002 stuff came along, and I loved the cartoon. I dug the figures. They just had more appeal than the originals. And then Classics is where, because I collected the 2002 stuff. I've actually still got that collection out and displayed. But Classics is where I really, really got immersed into Masters of the Universe. We might have a problem here because it looks like the socket, let's do a little zoom in here, isn't formed quite right to hold that leg into place. Because if you look at this right leg, well, Oh, maybe I'm not pushing it in quite enough. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay, cool. It's on. It just wasn't... Yeah, I guess you have to sort of push it in a specific way. Well, see, no, it's still kind of loose. It just kind of comes off easily. I don't love that. It stays on, but it comes off a little easily. All right. I don't know where I was. Oh, so Classics. Masters Universe Classics is where I really, really got invested in the line. I still think it's one of the greatest lines of all time. Although, I'm pretty close to feeling like it's eclipsed by Origins. It depends on how Origins does over the next couple of years with getting out some of the remaining stuff from the original line. Okay, so let's zoom back out. That's Tuvar and Baddrah. And 10 minutes ago, or whenever I said it, I was going to point out they don't come with any other accessories, no weapons or anything. The Classics figure came with kind of a blended weapon. And it is weird to me that they don't have any kind of individual weapons, because I think the Classics figure and the 2002 figure both came with sort of a weapon that was clearly two weapons put together. And for this one to come with nothing it's a little weird, especially for the price. This was $50, and for $50, this is what's in the package. I gotta take issue with that a little bit. That is, I don't see the value here. Now, understandably, they consider the packaging to be deluxe and a selling point, but I don't know. Chances are this packaging is going to get thrown out, especially now that we're potentially moving to Houston. So the package is not factoring into the price for me. But I've got Tuvar and I've got Baddrah, and now we're going to put them together. Oh, I guess we need to take a closer look at the individual figures. So as I pointed out, Tuvar's hips are a little questionable, but I like all the individual pieces. He's got a nice metallic look. The gauntlets, or the wrist guards here, are painted, as is the belt, while the boots and the hands are that goofy looking, doesn't really look like metal silver that Hasbro and Mattel both like to use. Boots are removable on those. But it works well enough. It's not distracting to my eye, the difference in the paint and the plastic. Of course, it would look better if that was painted, but whatever. He's got his orange chest piece that is removable, as you can see. And it looks a little bit better than the silver as far as being metallic. It is kind of a metallic orange. And then his face, he's got his little pointy ears, kind of goofy looking. That right eye, a little bit of strabismus going on right there. And then I like his thick sculpted black eyebrows. And you know what? Looking at this, they might do a different head for an Origins version, because this does look a little cartoony compared to some of the other stuff in the line. He's a really, really nice color of blue. All right. And now Baddrah with his pointy horns, I guess horns for ears. And again, very, very cartoony looking eyes. So I think it's possible we'll see different portraits if we get an Origins version. But I like his yellow brow there. He's very sort of reptilian. He's almost Webstorish, whereas he looks more reptilian. Great purple color on his skin. Same deal with him. His belt and his arm bracers or whatever are painted, while the hands and boots are metallic plastic. But I gotta say, I mean, it's not offensive to me. It works. You can tell they're different, but it's not terrible. And then he's got his orange chest piece as well. You can see the differences in those two pieces. And now we're going to take a look at what those two pieces look like combined. Because, of course, even though I'm not going to display this way, yeah, you know what else about the Origins version that we potentially will get? The colors might not be quite as saturated, although they have done some really nicely brightly colored figures in Origins. Okay, those fit way better. That's nice. They've done some really brightly colored stuff in Origins, so it's not like I expect them to be toned down too much, but this is a very, very vivid blue that they may do a little differently if they do an Origins release, as I suspect they will. The arm didn't want to go in there, but it did lose the battle eventually. You can see the torso is actually Tuvar blue with painted Baddrah on the left side, but the paint matches great. Looks really, really good. I mean, you cannot tell a difference there. So good job matching the paint on those, Mattel. Something that, you know, not all toy companies are successful with. Pop those heads on. They make a very satisfying popping noise when you pop the heads off. And there you go. Too bad. You know, it's even possible. No, because I was going to say they might even texture them up a little bit, but they're not going to do a whole new, or I wouldn't expect them to do a whole new tooling for a Too Bad figure. So we're probably not going to get the textured skin like the Classics version has, and maybe the 2002 version has. But this is... these two guys I will be happy to have on my Origins shelf, and I will be looking forward to a slightly different non-filmation Origins Too Bad. I don't expect Tuvar and Baddrah, but Too Bad. We absolutely need that just in standard Origins. So there you go. Great exclusive. I think it's a solid release because this is exactly the kind of thing that just works as an exclusive. And also, I don't know. No, it did sell out because my pal, Mr. Bo Brown, was not able to get one. But fortunately, I ordered two, so Bo is covered. So there it is. If you were able to get it, I think you will enjoy it. And if you were not able to get it, at least I do believe sometime down the line, you'll be able to get Too Bad. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like. And don't get physically melded with your mortal enemy.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.